Back to the Prussians. So the first thing I'll do is I will reposition the commanders so they are in useful places to do things. I think so we'll continue with the movement of the cavalry here. I think they'll probably move across to here and change back into line to continue that way. If we have a chance, we might do a second movement with them. The infantry will continue moving. We'll attempt to limber this gun up. I think possibly here. Yes, I think maybe these grenadiers here may want to conform to the incoming attack. That can be quite tricky because they're going to need to roll high because of the artillery being fired at them. So let's go to look at the individual movement. The cavalry wish to continue their march across to here, so they're going to move across and take an action test to turn into line to face towards those Austrian Hussars. I'm going to do it as a group, so they'll all succeed or all fail depending on what we get. So roll the dice. They scored 4, so they can all move half of their strategic movement, which is 4, so they can move 2, like so, and form up facing in that direction. And these as well. Later on, if we can, we might try and do a second move for them. Meanwhile, here, the Prussian infantry are going to do the same. They're going to go off in a column, and I think they're going to go heading towards the wood to go and join to the combat into the wood. This is just a normal move. They're in column, and because they're without side 6 of the enemy, they're well outside 6 of the enemy, they can move 4. So they are going to march like this around here. They move 4 because they've got improved movement and mobility. Normally infantry strategic moving don't move as quick as that. That leaves the artillery here. If you remember last time they tried to limber up, which they need a 5 or 6 to do. So we're going to try to limber them up. Failed. The commander here can give them a second attempt, and he failed again. Obviously they don't want to move today. But we do have our commander here, who's army commander, so he can tell anybody to do a second move. So I think he's going to tell the cavalry to do a second move. The cavalry wants to move forward to get themselves ready for action, so they're going to move a second move directly forward like so. I think, yeah, they're going to have to wheel a little bit. So we just move directly forward for now. So it's a second move, which means they need to take an action test. They roll a dice, they score 6, they can do a second move. So they move directly forward like so to them. Because Hulson is the army commander, he can also tell these units to have a second move, even though these units are part of Brown's command over here. He's a superior commander. So he says to them to continue their march up that way. Okay, so rolls a dice, scores a 3, so that's continuing moving. They cannot move strategically because they are now too close to the enemy to do that. So they're going to do a normal move, which in column is just 2, which puts them like so. Okay, that's the end of the Prussian turn. Time for the Austrians.